We started, yes, and this may be a long one. Where do I start? Just finished my conversation with my pulmonologist. He made time to talk to me on video conference call, and I'm gonna go back about 5 years, and this may be long, I'm telling you. I'm gonna go back 5 years to when we had all those hurricanes come through in 2017. Immediately after that, I had, for the first time in my life, 8 months of back-to-back COPD exacerbations where I could not breathe or get even to my kitchen sink to wash my dishes. I was in severe panic, and at a certain point, two therapists diagnosed with PTSD, an extreme panic disorder. So then I started using anti-anxiety meds along with all of the plethora of medication for COPD to help me breathe, nebulizer treatments, prednisone, you name it. Anyway, I had worked my way back from, after that 8 months, I then had, I moved into the new building 6 months later. When I moved into the new building, I still couldn't walk far. And so I started little by little building up. I used the stairwell, and I would do 3 steps at a time, and on and on. And then the hallways, and on and on. And then, I worked up to, I guess, 1.5 miles, 2 miles at some point. And then COVID hit. I kept strengthening kind of got lessened at that time. And trying to think. Oh yeah, lung cancer, May of 2021 diagnosis. That started in February, a hospital visit, multiple doctors, etc. Still never having dealt with the COPD, except with herbs, and they were working for a time. Let me tell you, COPD is one hell of a disease. You cannot breathe, and when you can't breathe, it scares the shit out of you. So, that said, a friend of mine tells me to tell people, breathe through a straw for 2 minutes, and that's how someone with COPD feels all the time. It's not an easy disease. So, anyway, I had the lobectomy. Immediately after the lobectomy, I went into AFib in the hospital. Series of AFibs over the past year, in and out of the hospital. Trying to gain strength. A very long story short, here I was a couple months ago. My body had totally atrophied. I had deconditioning in my heart, my lungs, my whole body deconditioned from not doing anything. This since the surgery, and making attempts at it and walking when I could and trying to get stronger as I could, and never really talking about how much anxiety has played a role in all of this. And I'm going to tell you, it's huge. I guess I've been embarrassed to talk about it, but I think it's important, and maybe it'll help somebody else. Also, it can make everything worse. And I've resisted medications. Last year I agreed to take the lowest doses, a dose of Ativan 2 times a day, and I'm still doing that. Let's shorten that story now. Fast forward to my appointment with my pulmonologist today. And it was a video conference, and I absolutely adore this man. He is an amazing doctor that makes time for his patients, really listens, and really assesses the whole situation. We reviewed sleep apnea tests 4 years ago, and recently he doesn't think it's that serious an issue. He thinks people jump to it too quickly. My apnea is not that bad. Same for my overnight oxygen, which I thought was awful. He said it was very mild desatting. In other words, it doesn't go that low. Um, um, and he also recognized, I told him I had PTSD. And that came up in the conversation. And so then I'm also started a new medication and was complaining about the side effects, and every medicine I take has side effects, right? So I'm having to look at how much of that is anxiety, right? And I've got oxygen tanks here up my nose. P.S. I had bloody nose. That was horrible for me. I ended up choking in the middle of the night with the oxygen, and it wasn't helpful. So we're removing that. That's going away. I'm very thankful. He's putting me on another anti-anxiety, antidepressant that he hopes will alleviate some of the symptoms I've been having that have been preventing me from taking medicine that I need, right? I need to take something so I can breathe. And here I am, I start the steel toe all psyched up, and 2 or 3 days later, I've got every side effect. So I have to give this a chance, and none of it's permanent, it's all changeable. The antidepressant or anti-anxiety combo will probably help me ease into being able to take this medication and not always somewhere in the deep recesses of my mind thinking of all the side effects it could be, right? So that said, he's making my life simpler, taking away all the worry about CPAP, the worry about oxygen machine out, and really honing in on getting my nerves settled and getting my lungs to where I'm getting the right medication in them so I can breathe. So this will be a process, and I'll go through it, and I'll work with whatever anxiety kicks up. It's as real a disease, let me tell you, as the COPD, as cancer, as a heart condition. It is a very real, serious condition, and many people walk around with it. I know I'm not the only one, and I just want to speak loudly about it. It is not easy. And COPD is they tell you most COPD patients are on anti-anxiety medicine. And anybody out there, that's going through anything like this, you're not alone. We can make it through this. I can make it through this. So onward and upward, and thank you for listening, and reach out to your friends that are sick or that have anxiety, and don't just poo-poo them when they're anxious about something. It's for real. Okay. Love y'all. Have a great day. It's Jazz you're hearing in the background, my new love.